The Imperial College London study is a very important milestone study for our expansion plans into the COPD market, which is one of the largest disease areas in respiratory medicine and has the potential to increase our revenue by order of magnitude.
Hello, you're watching ProAxis. I'm joined by EMV Capital CEO, Dr. Ilian Iliev, as well as ProAxis Managing Director, Dr. Louise Ryan Murphy. Ilian, let me start with you. You worked with ProAxis for a number of years now, and the business has recently completed a significant pivot. How have you supported the company to this point, and why is now a good time for investors to take another look at the company?
Thank you, Stephen. Well, look, ProAxis is yet another example of how we implement our playbook of capital efficient support for companies that are intensive, that are IP intensive and have real world impact in the life sciences and deep tech space. We were the first investor in ProAxis when the company was spun out of Queen's University Belfast. And what we see now is that after a number of years of implementation in the market, the company now is able to roll out its technology, its platform across other disease areas, which in turn will enable it to multiply its revenues. Over the last 2 years, under Louise's involvement and leadership now as managing director, the company has achieved a lot in terms of a much stronger supply chain, but also continuing to work with Pharma in some really cutting-edge clinical trials that are resulting in blockbuster drugs. From our perspective as an investor, it's a really exciting time. The company now has visibility on operational breakeven, but also with the clinical study that Louise will talk about with Imperial College, we are on the verge of entering a really much bigger market in the COPD space, and even looking at beyond at other disease areas. The way we have supported that was initially with PLC balance sheet, and once the company's platform was validated, we were able to introduce third-party funding, and now with this most recent restructure, opening the company for EIS investment. So we see this as a very exciting period for ProAxis.
Louise, it's been a busy 18 months for the company. For anyone who's new to ProAxis, can you tell us a bit about the company and what's changed to get you to where you are today?
Yes, so since stepping into the managing director role, my focus has been on refining our commercial strategy and repositioning ProAxis for growth. So today, ProAxis is a commercial protease biomarker-led research company with a current focus on respiratory disease. We support pharmaceutical, biotech, and research organizations through the provision of kit sales, clinical services, and bespoke R&D. And at the core of our offering is our patented ProteaseTag technology, which enables the highly specific measurement of active protease biomarkers and gives our customers a clearer indication of disease activity than conventional protease tests. So our technology is already commercially validated and well known in the sector through our work with 6 global pharma companies and multiple academic labs. And this includes work with Insmed, where our products supported the development of its FDA-approved blockbuster BRINSUPRI drug for non-cystic fibrosis bronchiectasis. As you mentioned, we've been very busy, and over the last 18 months, we have completed major reorganization, becoming an independently funded growth company with a refined and focused commercial strategy. We have expanded our laboratory capabilities, strengthened our supply chain, and created a leadership team and clinical advisory board of leading experts. And collectively, these changes position us well now for operational and commercial growth going forward.
So now that repositioning is complete, Louise, what comes next and where's the focus?
So our near-term focus is scaling the commercial platform we've built over the last 18 months. And that means growing our kits and services revenue, expanding relationships with existing pharmaceutical and CRO customers, and continuing to win new partnership programs. Alongside this, we are continuing to strengthen our respiratory product portfolio while extending the application of our ProteaseTag technology into larger markets and over time, new disease areas such as cancer. Ultimately, our strategy is to build on today's very lean, revenue-generating operating model while creating the next generation of products that can expand our commercial opportunity and increase the revenue potential of our technology over the coming years.
And in fact, you announced progress today with your Imperial College London COPD study. Building on what you've just said, Louise, if that study is successful, what could it mean for ProAxis?
And so the Imperial College London study is a very important milestone study for our expansion plans into the COPD market, which is one of the largest disease areas in respiratory medicine and has the potential to increase our revenue by order of magnitude. So the study is evaluating our neat-stick point of use test as a diagnostic tool in exacerbations of COPD. And a successful outcome would enable us to support the broader use of neat-stick in COPD research and clinical trials, creating a pathway to initial sales to pharma and CROs. And it would also support the development of a next generation neat-stick self-test for use by COPD patients in their own home as part of a remote disease management program, potentially providing significant benefits to both patients and healthcare systems. And the expansion into clinical point of care would also bring us into the regulated diagnostics market, offering potential for significant revenue growth going forward.
Ilian, when you look at the opportunity ahead, what do you think could easily really move the dial for ProAxis and create value for EMV Capital shareholders?
Well, I think there's several milestones that have been lined up by the ProAxis team. The company is en route to operational breakeven. That, of course, will be a major achievement. But we are really looking forward to the outcomes of the COPD clinical study, because its conclusion will enable them to enter the COPD market, which is order of magnitude bigger than what we have now. Further down the line, there's the potential of extending the platform and its application to a point of care study, which opens up a much larger market globally. But what we like about the team is that they're doing this on a very capital efficient approach, generating revenues, generating evidence, generating experience with big pharma, even as they're looking at the potential for point of care application further down the line. So very exciting time, and we were comfortable to open it up to the market more broadly through the most recent restructure and the ES investment round that's underway now.
I hope you'll both keep us updated with progress on all of that. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
That's EMV Capital CEO Dr. Ilian Iliev and ProAxis Managing Director Dr. Louise Ryan Murphy.